Pull it back, Kobe. Just swish. Just swish. Pull it back, Kobe. Ever since a young boy, I've been getting buckets. I've been getting buckets. Pull it back, Kobe. Pull it back, Kobe. It's just swish. It's just swish. Pull it back, Kobe. Ever since a young boy, I've been getting buckets. Ever since a young boy, I've been getting buckets. Pull it back, Kobe. Pull it back, Kobe, Kobe, Kobe. Pull it back, Kobe. Pull it back, Kobe. Just switch. Just switch. Just switch. Pull it back, Kobe. Dang, why is it going so slow now? It just switch. Pull it back, Kobe. Really good. Who at me? Let me tell you something. Okay. I've been forgetting to smoke. What am I go? You got. Man up. Help me get a helicopter. Baby. Okay. You baby. Let me see some. Okay. Gotta jump out the zoo. See him. Yellow flame, hot moves. Break my hands until I have my face. Duck away. She wanna lay up and hibernate. I took a chance, there's a lot to take. I took her right in and up right away. She needed. It cost me 3 for the. But the beat, she let it twirl to the beat. I send a better reach. Wearing pearls, spits the bees. I only hurl at my beat. No. Baby.
Everybody got 30 some hours left.
along with all believers who have died, will meet the Lord Jesus in the air and will be with him forever. 1 Thessalonians 4:3. But I do not want you ignorant, brethren, concerning those who have fallen asleep, lest you sorrow as others who have not. For we believe that Jesus died and rose again. So God will also bring those who sleep in him together with him. By the word of the Lord, if we who are alive and remain will be helped up with them, will by no means precede those who are asleep. For the Lord himself will descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of an archangel, and with the trumpet of God, and the dead in Christ will rise first. Then we who are alive and remain shall be caught up together in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and thus we shall always be with the Lord. Therefore, comfort one another with these words. A few verses later, 1 Thessalonians 5:9, Paul says, For God did not appoint us to wrath, but to obtain salvation through our Lord Jesus Christ, by whom the revelation of the mysteries of my majesty in the night has been manifested to all godly wise unrepentant men, it seems to be consistent with God's promise of forgiveness and not suffer wrath, being upon the earth subject to his anger. And other passages of the timing of the rapture
Straight to
of
the
those
left.
who will be taken. Yet likewise it is written, I also, how trials shall come upon them, to test those who dwell on the earth. Christ also suffered on account of the trial that is going to come upon them. This can be two things, that Christ effectively delivered the trials and believers out of the trials. It is important to recognize what he also promised not to follow. He did not just the trials, but how the trials Christ is promising to keep believers to contain the trials and keep
829.
them
Let's
together
go
in
to
the Lord.
Magic. Magic getting
As
close.
for the rapture, the meaning of 1 Thessalonians 5:9 is a repetition of Revelation 3:10. All deal with this one, the tribulations, and divide those interpreted and consistent with the tribulations of those who are believers and not interpreted the tribulation is called the time of Jacob's trouble,
Now they gotta know the bands with the puzzle.
alas, for that day is great. So the time is likened, and it is the time of Jacob's trouble. They shall be saved out of it. The tribulations primarily include the salvation of the Jewish nation, as God renames Jacob. Genesis 32:28. And he said, Your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel, for you have struggled with God and with men, and have prevailed. After the rapture, the age of grace is ended, and God shifts his focus back to the Jews as he promised to save a remnant of them, as we read in Zechariah 13:8-9. And it shall come to pass in all the land, says the Lord, that 2/3 in it shall be cut off and die, but 1/3 shall be left in it. I will bring the 1/3 into the fire, will refine them as silver is refined, and test them as gold is tested. They will call on my name, and I will answer them. I will say, This is my people, and each one will say, The Lord is my God.
Talk about money and problems. I don't wanna hear that. What the you thought would happen? You were part of the pulpit. You thought that you could subtract all your sadness
As one
when all your
prophet
pockets the
saw it,
fullest.
many
Self-liberation,
will
not
be
part of your
Damn,
mind. Think
man, you
about
a
this at the
tank, huh?
time. Just straight from the spine.
Big
Money
squash
and
squash
problems.
shit.
I don't wanna hear all that.
and they will cry out,
You thought what
shout,
happened if you were part of the
blessed is
pulpit.
he
You thought that you could
whose name
subtract all your sadness
whatever
when
may
all your
be
pockets the
on the
fullest.
timing of the rapture.
Self-liberation, not part of your
There are two
mind. Think about
realities
this all the
all Christians
time.
must keep
Just
in
straight from
mind.
the spine. We
First,
could do better.
the efforts of the wicked.
Evident.
One
I
Christian
mean, look at the
testifies of
evidence.
kindness
All of
and
these
mercy
arguments lacking
from those
intelligence.
who hold the
In
Lord.
no room like an elephant.
Jesus commands us to love one another, just as he loved us. This is my commandment,
Still
that you
always
love one
honest with
another,
me. He told
as I
me
have
I
loved you.
warned ya.
John 15:9.
I told you what
Jesus
it would
also said,
be. The
Do not
truth
love
hurts,
having
savage as
felt
it
that
could
we are in
be.
his
Give
sight,
me a
as
break.
we read in
Get
John
out my
14,
face.
4
All
through
of it
5.
seeding
A
in the
new commandment
game.
I
Got
give
a
you,
feed in my fire for real. At the end of the
exactly
day, life is
as
a
you also
race.
love
Gotta keep
You
going, we
dig
gotta
me.
like us.
maintain. I could
Ultimately,
see can subtract all your sadness when all your pockets are full. Self-liberation, I'm part of your mind. Think about this all the time, just straight from the spine. What are your problems? I don't wanna hear it. What the f you thought would happen if you were part of the pulpit? You thought that you could subtract all your sadness when all your pockets are full. Self-liberation, I'm part of your mind. Think about this all the time, just straight from the spine.
Storm's got a platinum plat, but you man are getting bronze this year. Don't be left behind. They wanna accept Jesus today. Jesus said, if I say this, they might revolt, but I'm the king of crime by default. Big ego, man can't diss my amigo. Old school bad boy like ego. Anywhere they go, then we go. Little big flips, hop out the jet first. Man, I run into the money so my leg hurts. And you don't rap, which is network. Name a young MC with my network. I Google lied, they said that I'm 1.5, but I made that last night. And money don't make me cry, but they got mad when I said them in a million grand. These gatekeepers are and you old guys make me sick. They just take the. So in other words, I talk crazy T like yo Titch. I was right about me. Ain't no diss tracks, I just switch. Then we move on and get rich. On this year, man, I eat rice and stew and I'm strong this year. Big like John this year, cool like LeBron this year. Storm's got a platinum plat, but you man are getting bronze this year. She said that I don't mean to intrude, but I love the smell of your. I said thanks babe, yours too. Big Mac, I'm a real fly dude. If I'm in the race, I won't lose. When you hit the stage, you get booed. If I'm in the race, I won't lose. You ain't bad, you're just rude. Lamborghini too sporty. She ain't bad, she's just. I'm a big man, but I'm not 40. Anything that I drop top 40. Why them boys don't support me? Oh, them boys are too hatey. I don't know, they just hate me. Overall, underrate me, humble the on this year. Gone this year. Man, I eat rice and stew and I'm strong this year. Big like John this year, cool like LeBron this year. Storm's got a platinum plat, but you man are getting bronze this year. On this year, gone this year. Man, I eat rice and stew and I'm strong this year. Big like John this year, cool like LeBron this year. Storm's got a platinum plat, but you man are getting bronze this year.
Federal government from going after pastors who speak about political issues from a moral perspective.
We will not allow people of faith to be targeted, bullied, or silenced anymore.
Now that order tops a long list of Trump administration actions that secular Democrats of America want President-elect Biden to erase. Represented by the Congressional Free Thought Caucus, the group paints Christians as extremists and urges the
Racks. I'm not lax. Taking out move.
to the back pew of the public square.
Made my own bars. Still I don't lack.
Humanists and non-theist chaplains serve
Racks on racks. Racks on racks on racks.
refrain from
I'm
using
not
the
lax.
national motto of God
Taking
is
out
with us
move.
and reframe patriotism
Made
by
my own
avoiding
bars.
phrases like
Still I don't
God's
lack.
country.
I need racks on racks on. Stay in the east, but I moved to the west. King of the talk, got a with your chest. I've been around in the cloud and neglect. I made a sound that was mine for the get. How long I mean as long as I get. I'm from the side with the time never rest. Move to the side like it's mine unprotected. Move for the side, I'ma rise and direct it. Yeah. On me trying to get my dough. Wrist on freeze, but the time not slow. Yeah. Hustle on, this all I know. Rated on mine, and this all I know. Way too next to the top. This that sauce, they ain't never match a racks on racks on racks. I'm not lax. Taking out move. Made my own bars. Still I don't lack. Racks on racks. Racks on racks on racks. I'm not lax. Taking out move. Made my own bars. Still I don't lack. I need racks on racks on racks. It's a no rap. Fast. I gotta catch it. See me in action. On go. It's all that I know. How far will I go? I do not hesitate, pump, I go get it. Location, no problem. I cannot help it, I'm picky. I made it my way from the bottom. Holding the game in my hands up so high as I can.
time you to chill. I told you I'm on the go. They wanna step on the field. Tell them my patience is low. I do not need me a deal. I'm with a couple of those. Racks on racks on racks. How can I lax? Sick and I move. Made my own bars. Still I don't lack. Racks on racks. Racks on racks on racks. How can I lax? Sick and I move. Made my own bars. Still I don't lack. I need racks on racks on.
Christians will be persecuted, as we read in Matthew 24:9 and 21:12. Matthew 24:9, and they will deliver you up to tribulation and kill you, and you will be hated by all nations for my name's sake. Luke 21:12, but before all these things, they will lay their hands on you and persecute you.
2K Sports.
You'll be brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. Matthew 5:10.
Hey, I want all the bags, I want all the bags. Any disrespect and I'm on that. Never fall off, I just fall back. Never fall off, I just fall back. I want all the bags, I want all the bags. Any disrespect and I'm on that. I ain't got no credit, but I got the cash. Skipping through the town, you gon' need a pass. Back out on the scene, my whole team elite. Poppy turn a squib. Woke up and they still tryna be me. I sold them the drip with the slip, I got the receipt. Whoa, pretty and Givenchy. On her baby car seat. She don't need makeup on the wake up, she a Barbie. Now run, tell you this what Poppy Rojo taught me.
Bow.
I want all the bags, I want all the bags. Disrespect and I'm on that. Never fall off, I just fall back. Never fall off, I just. Hey, I want all the bags, I want all the bags. Any disrespect and I'm on that. Never fall off, I just fall back. Never fall off, I just fall back. Got 100 missed calls, never call back. Still get paper through the phone, that's facts, all facts. I get many for less than a penny. My ladies wanna when they be off the. You a square or you a savage. I don't do. I don't perish. Either getting or something getting tatted. I got bad and I got bad habits. Who want in the static? My too official. For the action, any beef we make it sizzle. You know I want it all. The brinks and the safe, certified, nothing fake. Broke talk, that ain't my taste.
Bow.
I want all the bags, I want all the bags.
Any disrespect and I'm on that ass.
Never fall off, I just fall back.
Never fall off, I just. I want all the bags, I want all the bags. Any disrespect and I'm on that ass. Never fall off, I just fall back. Never fall off, I just fall back, back, fall back, back, fall back, back, fall back, body, fall back, body drop, fall back, before body drop, fall back, fall back. I want all the bags, I want all the bags.
Military aircraft in Russia and China entered South Korea's air defense identification zone without prior authorization, prompting the nation's air force to scrap fighter jets. 15 of the 4 planes were Russian and the other 4 were Chinese. Some crossed into the zone near the southern island of Yeosu and observed near the East Island end of Tuesday. According to South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff, the Chinese side said the flights were part of a joint military exercise by the two countries. Those defense ministry thought to complete split the military attaches of the two countries, urging them to communicate such maneuvers in advance. The Air Force fired 4 shots for the first time last July to coordinate for an airplane after Russia had entered Korean airspace without authorization.
21, 26, and 28. Men's hearts failing up with fear. The expectation of those things which are coming on. The flowers of the heavens will be shaken. Then they will see the Son of Man coming in clouds of glory. Now when these things begin to sitting awake alone, tattoos I miss. If I was to call your phone, I know you'd click. Baby, can I the throne? I call it quits. You can even have my car, I don't need it. I've been inside my room since you left it, thinking about the place where we left this. And I don't know how we make it out when we let down the line. Even if it rains, do you make it snow? I know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold.
39.
We make it out when we make
That's
out on the low.
all y'all need
Even if
jobs,
it
huh?
rains, do you ever make it snow? Don't blame me, know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold.
I'm gonna let it shine, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine.
And the Mission Game Show wrap-up takes place in the Courtside Club shortly after the Mission Game. Join the broadcaster team and special guests, all the latest NBA information, and your favorite radio roundup.
Everybody knew I kept a handle on the street up. My neighbors pretending I'm in the Staples. Hey, I was my favorite, but Kobe showed me what great is. I could really make it if I turned some better grades in. Friends I love to hang with didn't help me bring no ace in. And I had to work way harder than the nation.
That's a great look at our location tonight. The home of the Suns here in downtown Phoenix. And thanks for joining us on this Christmas Eve. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Junior. Then there's Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for the Suns, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Paul in at the point. So Phoenix will get the first possession. Booker outside. Got a piece of it. Now Doncic. Chalk up 2 there.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Now here's Booker. Lets it go with a 3. The shot missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Now here's Paul. The 10-footer. And he gets the jumper to drop.
He's such a good scorer when he gets inside that painted area. One of the game's best mid-range players that we've ever seen. Chris Paul getting it done.
Here's Junior. Pass to Kleber. He dishes it to Junior. 5 to shoot. Rejected by Crowder. And he's able to get it back. Kleber, the pass to Junior. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And here's Doncic from the arc. Good D by Booker. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. And there's Booker on the assist from Crowder.
Catching and shooting with confidence. Devin Booker letting it fly.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far. Out the game. Here's Junior. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Pass to Kleber. Second chance shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Johnson, he's checked in for Phoenix. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Booker outside. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, and stolen by Cauley-Stein. Doncic dishes to Junior. That one goes in.
Well, Junior getting past the contact and just fighting for some space on the interior.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Phoenix. They trail by 1. Here's the pass to Booker. It's up a 3. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Now here's Junior. Defended by Crowder. Junior the pass to Cauley-Stein.
He's got great activity, does Willie Cauley-Stein, and that time the activity helped him to draw a foul.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
He misses the free throw.
The one thing about Willie Cauley-Stein is you don't really use the word length with him. You talk about his mobility and just how athletic as a big he can be. That activity can be disruptive to any team they're playing against.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for Crowder. Crowder comes in for Booker, and it's Payne in for Paul. And he's good on the second. And there's a minute 45 left here in the first quarter. The Suns trailing. And here's Payne. Dishes it to Johnson. Back to Payne. And the basket is good.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
Well, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that. It's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
Now, here's Richardson. Here's Hardaway. He can't get it to go. The Suns go the other way with it. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Monty Williams gave me a few minutes to catch up. He told me it's always a challenge when you face a team this opportunistic. He said those guys are going to look to take advantage of any weakness. We have to really communicate defensively tonight. Guys, back to you.
Good stuff, David. They're going to go up against some great shooters, no doubt about it.
I like that they've zeroed in on a specific problem they want to solve. Curious to see their game plan early on.
Well, lots of energy and lots of effort and lots of great reads. That's how you stay connected to the shooters.
That's good for Moore.
Well, effective ways that Ejuan Moore can score. He's had some very good shooting years, and is going to find his way to the free throw line here.
James Johnson's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. That one falls, so he hits both of them. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The Suns here with a different look. Crowder, he's checked in for 8. Bridges comes in for Ejuan Moore. Booker, he's checked in for Carter. And Paul subbed in for Cameron Payne. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And Junior subbed in for Jalen Brunson. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got James Johnson. Luka Doncic out there with Junior. Then there's Maxi Kleba. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Booker. Johnson kicks to Booker. Crowder dishes to Paul. Releases. It's rebounded by Doncic.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Johnson, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, Johnson's tenacity meter right now redlining. He loves taking the punishment and finishing through it.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
Really like how James Johnson plays his role, so expanded here within the team set. Knows he's out there to space the floor, bring some physicality, and is going to have some opportunities to make some plays with the ball in his hand.
Now here's Booker. Back to Paul from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Paul's got 5.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Here's Kleba, and the layup's good off the glass. Kleba's got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Booker against Doncic. Booker the pass to Paul. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And Chris Paul, when he gets into those tight spots, he becomes pretty smart in there.
The Suns have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Free throw, good. Paul.
At this point in his career, Chris Paul is all about trying to get that elusive championship. Will play whatever role it takes to get that mission done.
And Phoenix making a change here. Ayton's checked in. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And Paul drills both of them.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Knocked loose. Inside. Here's Cauley Stein.
Great position inside. Once Cauley Stein is that close to the basket, the defense is going to have to come over and do something about it, usually a foul.
The Mavericks have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
2 shots.
The first one falls. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And it's Paul with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. Bridges kicks to Paul. Off target from three-point range. The Mavericks trailing. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, "We can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop." Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Here's Paul. After Luka Doncic's bucket, the drive by Paul. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Some of the success to Chris Paul being able to drive has to do with his devastating mid-range game. He makes the defense play him honestly everywhere on the floor.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And they just can't.
The old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
And some changes. Morris checked in for Mikal Bridges. Carter comes in for Devin Booker, and it's Payne in for Paul. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Richardson, he's checked in for Luka Doncic. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Junior. Now here's Brunson. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
And just a great second quarter for them after such a difficult first, bringing that field goal percentage up from below 30 and now with the lead.
Payne with it. Brunson covering. Passes it to Crowder. 41 seconds left in the first half.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
The line for your Suns, Jay Crowder.
Shoot two.
Free throw good. Crowder. And both free throws good from Crowder. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Richardson finds Brunson. Moore against Hardaway. And the rejection by Ayton.
Well, he has the size and can get up quickly. Ayton with the throwback.
Here's Payne. There's the feed to Ayton. Over Cauley Stein. And Ayton the bucket on the assist from Payne. Ayton's got his second basket.
Such a tremendous physical profile that Ayton has. He's getting it done down low.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Suns lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is going that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Booker and Bridges are the wing. Ayton is out there with Jake Crowder. And it's Paul in at the point. Crowder the pass to Bridges. Paul, no one around him. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
Mavericks trail by 4. Junior with it. Jay Crowder pulls it in. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for the Suns. Kept alive. Bridges kicks to Paul. No good from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Maverick. Good work defensively by Paul.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Three-pointer. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
A good three-point shooter a few years back. Paul's turned himself into a great one. Important to do later in your career.
Knocked away. Here's Junior. Dallas again missing.
Ugh, ugly start. The second half, they've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Paul can't get it to go.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid straight up and in.
Now here's Junior. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Devin Booker.
Just really like it when guys decide to go to the hoop, and Junior right there showing he's a tough player.
The Mavericks have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
What I love about Junior, he's got grit and tenacity. He's always looking for ways to improve.
Johnson, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. James Johnson's checked in for the Mavericks. Trey Burke comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. He hits the second from the line. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Suns leading by 6. Booker outside. Back to Paul. But Trey, no good from Booker.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
It's good. Johnson's got 5 now.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
Pass to Ayton. Back to Booker. Tries again. It's deflected.
Great awareness on the defensive end. Junior relishes any chance he gets to rise up and block it.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. Some changes for Phoenix. Morris checked in for Bridges. Carter comes in for Devin Booker. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Chris Paul. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Johnson. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Luka Doncic. Josh Richardson's checked in for Junior. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Burke. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile One block.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Now here is Carter. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Now here's Payne. Not a lot of room. Misses from close range. Mavericks trail by 4. Richardson outside. There's 1:38 left to play here in the third.
D's got to pay better attention to Richardson, one of the better shooters on the roster. This time he gets it done from the mid-range.
Now Payne. Pass to Johnson. From the arc. Suns keep it alive. Now here's Payne. Down to 5 on the shot clock. More dishes to Payne. And again, it's the Suns missing. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Brunson. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Brunson's got 5 points so far.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
And here's Payne. No good, unable to end this run.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Hardaway. Over Carter. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the third. Feeds it to Moore.
each one more staying aggressive right now on the offensive end and drawing some fouls.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
At the line for your serves, each one more. At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Mavericks making a change here. And so Moore nails both of them. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. A 2-point game. On the wing, Hardaway. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. With 1 on the clock. Misses. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Head up 2. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. The Suns shooting about 33%, not happy with their play on that end. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Junior's out there with Richardson. Then there's Hardaway. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
Here's Junior. Feeds to Cauley-Stein. Richardson outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Not slowing Richardson down right now. Even when you rough him up, he's still finding ways to use his quickness and score the basketball.
The shot's good. And the Suns lead by 5.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Now, here's Junior. Here's Finney-Smith. He kicks it to Richardson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 6 points for Josh Richardson.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Timeout called, the Suns. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. So for the Suns, Bridges comes in for Johnson, and Paul subbed in for Carter. The Mavericks also with a sub. Doncic has checked in, and we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking with his team. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Kevin, we'll see if they can make that adjustment.
Junior kicks to Finney-Smith. He feeds it to Junior. Lock at 6. Goes back up and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
Well, the pump fake and then the contact. Junior putting the defense in a tough spot.
The Suns making a change here. Johnson's checked in. That one is off. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And he sinks the second.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Paul for 3, cans it from downtown.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Junior with it. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
And the tenacity of Junior's inside play goes right into the defender to get a foul and put the shot up.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And so he hits both. Suns leading by 3. Here's Paul. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Paul's got 10 points here in the second half.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Junior the pass to Cauley Stein. And good that time.
Cauley Stein stepping up huge.
And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Now Paul. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Mavericks trailed by 3. Now, here's Junior. To the inside. Here's Kleba. It's tipped. Junior kicks to Finney Smith. Shot clock at 6. And here's Doncic from the arc. Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got 4 rebounds in this game. The pass to Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
And typically he is not the major force in that regard, but good enough to punish a soft defense on that play.
Here's Kleba, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a 1-possession game.
Phoenix has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Doncic against Booker. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. From deep. Jay Crowder with the rebound. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Takes it out to Booker. Another 3 for Phoenix.
They're in total command of this game with time starting.
Staff. I I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And here's Junior. After Devin Booker getting his shot to go from deep. This is it to Kleba.
Dude, go up.
Just
bro.
5 on the clock. Now, here's Junior. Defended by Bridges. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Booker against Doncic. Bridges kicks to Booker. Paul looking around. So it's Phoenix picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long. to you today from Portland, Oregon, on the banks of the beautiful Willamette River. And thanks for joining us on this Christmas Eve. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and from the sideline, as always, our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. Also stopping by our program, one of the great point guards in NBA history, Kenny the Jet Smith. I love the nickname the Jet.
Man, appreciate the shout out. And you know you're the guy who brought it back alive.
Well, it really happened in high school. Right,
it happened in high school, but no one called me in high school, college, until the NBA. He shouted it out, and now it's stuck like fire. Now, no, I can't go anywhere. And they're like, Jet, Jet. And I'm like, Kevin Harlan started.
But you love that.
But
I love it.
The name has evolved. Now it's Private Jet.
It's PJ.
No, it's actually prop play now. I don't fly much.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Rudy Gobert is out there with Junior, and it's Ingles in at the 3 spot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Derek Jones is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. Lillard misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Greg Popovich, the Spurs coach, Kenny, has talked about how the three-point shot is ruining the game. What do you say when you hear that?
Well, he's a participant of that.
I was about to say, he's the one that brought it to the forefront more than anybody.
Of it. But I think overall, yes, because people now take bad threes over good twos. So players don't have worse shot recognition.
I think they took bad twos just as much as they. I'd never forget my college coach said I had a teammate took a shot he wasn't trying to make. And that stood with me because you don't shoot it to miss, but that doesn't mean it's a good shot.
Right. And here's Jones. Michael Conley getting his 3 to go. Lillard finds Jones. Covington with it. Now McCollum covered by Mitchell. And they get it. And McCollum with the layup.
Even when knocked off balance, McCollum says, I'm zeroed in on this target.
For Utah, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Kenny, your former team, the Rockets, have suggested that the league move to start the free agency ahead of the NBA draft. From what you hear, is that idea picking up some momentum?
Well, that's how it is in other pro leagues. You know?
It is, right.
You have the free agency, then you know exactly what you need in the draft. So it would make sense. You're drafting something, and all of a sudden you get all these different free agents. You don't need those young players because typically young players are 2 to 3 years away.
The landscape changes.
Yeah, it has, but I like the way we have it because the one advantage with the rookies is they come in as a brand, which is an advantage to you. You think about Zion coming in, it changed the entire landscape of the Pelicans franchise. Like, those guys do have a lot of value if they played in college and been able to build up their brand.
Count that one.
With excellent footwork, Nurkic remains effective in those pick and roll situations.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Pass to Ingles. McCollum against Mitchell. Back to Ingles, to the middle. Shot clock at 5. Junior the pass to Ingles. Good job by Jones. Trailblazers trail by 8. Nasir Little out of North Carolina, your alma mater, of course, Kenny. It's been a while since we've seen a Tar Heel. This is hard to believe. Make an all-star team in the NBA. Any guesses on who could break that trend and get a heel back in that game?
Man, it's sad to say that.
It is, isn't
Wallace
it? I was just thinking
Antoine
about the other day.
2008. That's the last.
And the first time. Let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. I was able to speak with Terry Stotts for a minute. One of their big challenges tonight is to try and keep Donovan Mitchell's high wire act on the ground. Coach said if he gets a step at the rim, he's going to throw it down on us. We need to take away space whenever he tests the perimeter. It's going to take a team effort to slow Donovan down tonight. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Jones checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They trail by 3. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Jones, no luck. Utah's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here.
You look at when you guys played, Kenny, you know, a ton of incredible guards, certainly during your time. Which players gave you the biggest fits when you tried to guard them? Who were the most difficult guys?
Well, you know, I didn't have to guard Jordan, but I know that a lot of people had Mike Mayers before they played him.
Mike Mayers. That's a good one.
Yeah. But you know what's funny? Like guys like Dana Barris and Mahmoud, they were tough to guard, like, because they were so small. They could get up under you. You couldn't really pressure them at times.
It was always the guys that most people wouldn't think about.
Yeah.
Michael Adams.
Yep.
Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy.
I hated to be guarded by him too. And then, you know, there were some guys that just had quirky games. Remember, was it Kevin Porter?
Oh, did you play against John Bagley?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Herky jerky guy.
The Jazz have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
He's a great defender. He's improved his scoring. Rudy Gobert has put a lot of work into his body and game.
Kenny, so much can happen on draft night. What was it like for you the night you were selected out of North Carolina, number 6 overall?
It was interesting because I wasn't sure if I was going to Sacramento.
Really?
Because I interviewed for everyone else in the top 10 basically except for them. And they took me without an interview. And that surprised me. Not very often, Greg, in life you get a job without an interview.
Yeah.
Well, I got that one.
A high-paying job.
A high-paying one at that.
No less.
Drills the three-pointer.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Here's Conley. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Jones.
Drawing so much attention offensively. McCollum uses that to his advantage as he creates for others.
They double team Conley. Ingles against Jones. Now here's Ingles. Tight defense on him, and there it is for him. Ingles has got 6.
And we want to thank the Jet for giving us his thoughts. Kenny, you can stop by here anytime. That door is always open for you.
Well, the door's open, but I'm going to steal a key just in case you don't invite me back. I'm taking it right now.
Well, he'll have the key.
Yes, sir. I'm taking the key right now.
We'll tell Fellow PG. We got to let him in.
Yes, sir. I want to be back.
You guards always stay together.
And Greg, a lot of fun to be joined by Kenny the Jet High. As brilliant as he was on the court, he is just as amazing off.
And you know, Kenny has this amazing knack for describing what he sees with such clarity. Rare gift, and I'm glad he can share it with us.
McCollum with the bounce pass. Gobert with the block.
And that's one of Gobert's specialties, a shot blocking master.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Passes to Conley. High post try, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And now an 8-point Utah lead. There's the triple. Buries it from 3-point range. He's got 5.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Jazz lead by 5. And we'll be back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Mike Conley.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Junior's out there with Gobert, and it's Conley in at the point guard position.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Trailblazers trail by 5. McCollum outside. Stolen by Mitchell. Conley against Jones. From deep Ingles. And Jones pulls it down. Portland's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. And he'll shot that time, the whistle blowing. Utah called for the foul.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
Bogdanovich is checked in for Joe Ingles. And so McCollum nails both of them. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Conley feeling it out. Kicks it to Junior. The pass to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. And that one drops. And the Jazz lead by 5.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for Portland. Covington dishes to McCollum. Over Mitchell. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 9 points.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Here's Conley. Here's Junior. Outside Bogdanovich. 6 to shoot. Now here's Junior. Defended by Covington. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. This one for 3. No good there. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Jazz leading by 14. And we'll be back right after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You see why they trust him with the ball in his hands. He can make the simple play, and he can pull off the spectacular.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Anthony, and it's Jones in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Conley kicks to Junior. 5 to shoot. He dishes it to Gobert. Here's Harrison. No good on the triple. Trailblazers trail by 14. McCollum no good.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Basket good. Conley's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for Utah.
You know, he left them frozen. The quick move by Mike Conley. Beautiful.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Jones slams it home.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Conley dishes to Junior. Back to Conley. Ingles passes to Conley. Harrison in the corner. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
McCollum outside. Lillard from outside. It's not going to go for him. And Utah the other way now. Here's Conley. The teardrop falls in. And the Jazz lead by 19.
And that's Conley's specialty, the floater deflating the defense right there.
Cullen passes to Lillard. From deep three-point range, but they'll get another chance.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Now, here's Junior. Pass to Ingles. Shoots it. They get the rebound. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
For Gobert, when it comes to rebounding, it's not just the height and length. It's also the instincts.
Pass to Lillard. For three, Covington drains the three-pointer.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Pass to Ingles. Back to Conley. Gobert with it. Now Anthony defending. Nice shot by Gobert.
Gobert bouncing off defenders, took a ton of contact and still scored.
Trailblazers trail by 20. Lillard outside. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
And Gobert kicks to Ingles. And there's the pass to Junior. Second shot opportunity. And he banks in the layup.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Utah.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Rudy Gobert.
He played with a lot of fire, a lot of heart, especially on the glass. He's one of those guys who acts like every rebound is his, and many of them were tonight.
And Jones slams it home.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First free throw is good.
And you can clearly see Junior is still accustomed to fighting for every inch. Every game, every play, he's out here giving his absolute all.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Morgan's checked in, and it's George Niang in for Joe Ingles. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kicks to Little, pass to Cantor. And the shot goes in.
And really inside the paint is where Cantor thrives. His dominant approach lets him just own that space.
Harrison passes to Junior. There's 14 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Inside, Morgan. And got hung up on the dunk. Not quite enough elevation there, I guess. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Just sneeze. Got that COVID, that cool. Shit. Why are you sleeping now? How do you sleep now? You don't even fight for your eyes.
They can't see my face, I'm like I gotta start bread cutting Billy man. They know I'm so solid, they're calling me Harvey. I get all
of the body.
Barbie. I got one like Nikki,
You know, like that.
you might see me in
Me and a Rari.
I'm the father, I'm giving the orders. How can my man overcharge us? I had to finesse, I've done it for Wallace. I will ever rest the crime the hardest. Get the bread, avoid the drama. You can avoid the feds, but not the karma. Protect your chest with body armor. And get the from the farmer. I'm Destiny's child, that's a vibe. No time to plan out. If you was real, you'll recognize. How do you sleep at night? When you don't even fight for your eyes. How do you sleep at night? When you don't even fight for your eyes. But hold it steady. Skinny man, but I'm rolling heavy. I saw boy them flying in the heli. Made a list of all my goals like my name is Earl. I was a real. The only way to repay him is to give him the world. And when I get my own wife as well, 100 racks on my belt. As long as I'm alive, we can never fail. Looks are new, but I told him relax. Right now I got a stack and pay off my tax. Used to, but I still play with the axe. Never do rap, but I still play with the axe.
How do you sleep at night? When you don't even fight for your eyes. How do you sleep at night?
When you never even fight for your eyes. How you gonna run the road? You can't even run your life. I'm Destiny's child, today I survive. No time to plan how to improvise. If you was real, you'll recognize. How do you sleep at night? When you don't even fight for your eyes. How do you sleep at night? When you never even fight for your eyes.
Hey.
Happy holidays.
Happy
I'm Brian, here to
holidays.
talk
Happy
about
holidays. Be alright.
Season tickets for the next season. Stop by the fan assistance table on the East Concourse to see our beautiful NBA season tickets. Visit the East website for more information and availability on the upcoming list.
Rolling the bone for this Jesus. I rolling my trees. I got so many seasons. That's how my guys are so many seasons. So many Jesus. Pretending to Jesus. Jesus knows how to be a creep. Jesus is a creep. You come in your mind. You come in your heart and then in your eye. I'm keeping up,
The view high above our broadcast location tonight, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. And thanks for joining us on this Christmas Eve. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. And with us tonight, four-time NBA champion Shaquille O'Neal. Doesn't that sound great when you hear that? All the team success you have in addition to the individual.
I love it when you say it. I love it so much that I can impersonate your voice. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Go ahead.
Go.
Hey, it's great to have you here by my side, Kevin. And a shout out to our terrific 2K crew.
How'd that sound? Like that? You like that?
How did you do that?
I don't know.
He's like,
I don't know.
That is amazing.
I don't know.
Oh my! I'm stunned. I'm stunned. Stunned. And the Clippers starting five. They've got Batum, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair.
Yeah, baby.
Junior's out there with Dennis Schroeder, and Harrell's in at the five. Shaq, you were such a prolific scorer back in the day. Right now, if you needed just one bucket to seal a game, win a game, who would you want taking that shot?
Well, that has to be my favorite player, Steph Curry. If he's on the injury list, I'm going to have to go with James Harden. Younger Steph Curry beat Trae Young. Luka Doncic is right after Trae Young. Russell Westbrook is pretty good. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, Mr. Kevin Durant. I'm sorry, Mr. Kevin Durant. I apologize. Such an advantage for playmaker to have a beast like Davis rolling to the basket.
Schroeder against Beverly. Pass to Leonard for the three. Rebound by Harrell. Here's Junior. He feeds it to Davis. Tries again. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Able to control the glass at both ends. Davis impacts the game in pretty much every way, Kevin.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the game here.
Just touchdown.
And they always say great offense beats great defense, but let's give those elite defenders their due. Shaq, who stands out as the best defensive players in your mind in the league right now?
Well, I got three names. First, since I'm a big guy, let's go with the big guys. Rudy Gobert, a.k.a. the Stifle Tower. See, that's his bread and butter. You talk about defense. Then you got to go to, that's the claw, Kawhi Leonard. Always going to be on that list. And I got to throw in Jimmy Butler. He never backs down from anyone.
Can you make that noise one more time? Is that like a bird or something like that?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? You have the job. I like that.
Now, here's Junior. 6 on the shot clock. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And the basketball IQ of Junior. Excellent job sizing up the defense and making the right read.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Tyronn Lue and I had a few minutes to share. I asked Coach about how he'll slow down LeBron tonight. Both had a good laugh about that. Coach said there's just no way to do it. Believe me, I've tried to come up with one. If there was a way to slow down LeBron, someone would have done it by now. LeBron's resume shows there isn't an answer for him, and there never has been. Kevin?
Thank you, David. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. A three from Leonard. Shaq, we're seeing former players becoming NBA owners. Michael Jordan, and Magic, and Grant Hill, and Shaq, you've joined that list. What's that experience been like so far for you?
You know, it's just another way for us to connect with the league. You know, we're still trying to grow the game. You know, this game has done a lot for us, and we're going to continue to grow it as the years go on. And it's nice to be invested in growth.
And how much of your time do you invest in the ownership?
I wish I invested more time, but I've made the conscious decision that I don't want to be a coach or a general manager.
The conscious decision.
Yeah, because I get into it. You know, I'm old school, and this is a different generation. And certain things I don't allow, I would probably get upset. I would be one of those general managers that you see in the tunnel with his arms folded, not smiling at all. But you're up by 20. I don't care. Not happy. So I'm an absentee on it. That's what we do.
And the Lakers with some changes. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. The shot's good from Kennard.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work.
Forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Junior, and it's Harrell in at the center position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
And the big man, Anthony Davis, leaving the team that drafted him to be a part of a superstar duo with the Lakers. Shaq, does that at all sound familiar?
Yeah, listen, some drama was made about the way he got to the West Coast, but hopefully he can collect those rings just like I did with the Lakers. Look, the first spot for him was a struggle, and he said, you know what, I want to be with a contender. I think I'm a great player. So I wish him very well.
And both free throws good for Junior.
And you can clearly see Junior is still accustomed to fighting for every.
Nobody near Schroeder, and that one falls coming off of Davis's speed. Schroeder's got his first basket. Of course, you know as well as anyone, Shaq, mental toughness is a gigantic asset in this league. You look at today's players, and there are some that appear to be unfazed by pressure.
I call this the frown and the smile. There's one guy that smiles a lot when you try to pressure. That's Luka Doncic. He'll hit you with a move, shoot the jumper in your face, hit you with a smile. Then there's the frown. Kawhi Leonard could do the same thing, but he'll hit a big shot, and he won't give you no expression. The frown and the smile, Kevin. The frown and the smile. Reminds me of Ernie and Kenny up there.
Here's Junior. Paul George making his last shot. They get it again. Kicks it out to James. Trying to get open is Davis. Goes up again.
I want to talk about the versatility of Davis. He's a guy who can score, a guy who can rebound, a guy who can defend, and he always does it at such a high level.
And Shaq, you were able to do what many players dream of, which is represent the U.S. on an international level. When you reflect on your time with USA Basketball, what stands out?
First of all, I should have been on that 92 team, but that's a different story. We're not going to talk about that.
Didn't they
now.
take Christian Laettner?
Yeah, they took Christian Laettner. Yeah. But I won a FIBA World Gold in 94. It's a great experience. Yep. However, I should have been on the 92 team. Should have been on the 92 team.
There's no doubt.
Should have been on the 92 team.
Which team?
92.
You should have been
92.
Yeah, 92.
I'm dreaming of 92.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
92.
So dangerous on the drive. Give Junior an angle and he will give you a bucket.
Clippers trail by 4. Here's George. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And that's now 7 points for George. 1:51 left in the first half. Right side Davis. James trying to free himself up. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Junior.
That's the type of basketball I like, Mr. Kevin James Harlan. That's just bully ball right there. Davis getting nasty on the inside.
George finds Ibaka. Back to George. Puts one up from 19. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. George has got 9. And we want to thank the big Aristotle for joining us here. Dropping knowledge as always. I'm telling you what, Shaq, you make our broadcast better.
I want to say I appreciate that, Kevin, especially coming from you anytime, any place. You know where I am, brother. Just call me if you need me.
Are you going to be performing any ballet, the big Parishnikov? Nah. Have we given that up?
Nah, my toes are not feeling too well.
You know, Greg, there are good players, and there are great players, and there are superstars. And then there's Shaq.
Yeah, I mean, he once said he'd like to be known as
the big Aristotle.
Because Aristotle said, excellence is not a singular act, it's a habit. You are what you repeatedly do. Well, Shaq's lived by that on and off the court. Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Marcus All's checked in for Harrell. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. And it's Alex Caruso in for Junior. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubats is checked in for Ibaka. Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. Williams, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. 52 seconds left in the first half of the game. Williams' shot is off.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Well, if you wasn't on my team, I would.
Action through the first two quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers ahead. They're up by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a quick one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And the Clippers looking at who they've got. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 spot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, he might be a bit undersized, Montrezl Harrell, but he plays bigger than the frame suggests. Hold on.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Now, here is George. 9 points in the game so far. And it's Leonard, top of the key. Offensive rebound. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Boy, remarkable strength with Ibaka, right? Fends off whatever the defense throws his way, converts through contact. That's nice.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And just 72% from the line a season ago. Not the greatest of numbers, but there are guys who are far worse off when it comes to free throw shooting.
Now here's Leonard following the miss by Junior. Nobody near George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers. Schroeder passes to LeBron. Back to Schroeder. Trying to get open is Davis, and it's Schroeder missing.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Buries the long-range jumper. And it's a 6-point Clipper lead.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to James to end the run. Drills it from outside. James has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, pick your poison if you're a defender against LeBron. That 3-point shot, just another way he's going to put it to you.
George passes to Ibaka. Back to George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on LeBron James.
Well, make no mistake, Paul George is a physical guy. He will not shy away from contact on these moves.
And the Clippers making a change here. Kennard's checked in. And George drops them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Now, here's Junior. Defended by Beverly. Junior the pass to Davis. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Well, you can just tell how skilled Junior is by the looks he creates for others. Defenses know what this guy can do.
Now, here's Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And Ibaka kicks to Beverly. Outside, George. 6 to shoot. George double team. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. A three-pointer, no good. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Down low, the great one. They double him with George. Here's Schroeder. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Well, rhythm, confidence. When Schroeder is pulling the trigger, you know he's feeling it.
1:52 left in the third. Pass to Leonard. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
Here's Schroeder. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Schroeder's got 7 points in the game.
And now this game's taken on a whole new feel since halftime.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
And the Clippers call time here. Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
He's just really a one-man wrecking crew down low. And with this timeout, they've got to make some adjustments because he's been steady inside.
A platoon swap here. Here on the inbound. Almost, but it rolls out. Clippers leading by 3. We've got Matthews. Marc Gasol is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Junior. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Laker 5. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Now here's Williams.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
To me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
The free throw drops for Zubac.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Now, here's Junior. He's guarded closely. Here's Gasol. Doesn't go for him. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Outside Williams. Passes it to Kennard. Tries it from the top of the key. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lakers trail by 6. Caldwell Pope, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, and a knifing into the middle. Caldwell Pope, not just a perimeter threat. Young fella can elevate.
And the layup is good.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Here's Kennard. After Wesley Matthews scored. Outside Leonard. Back to Williams. From downtown. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 5 assists in the game. Now, here's Junior. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Junior. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Kennard with the ball. Matthews covering. The shot's good from Kennard. And the Clippers lead by 7.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
From deep, Gasol.
Marc Gasol undaunted in the big moment. Go ahead with the delivery.
Clippers leading by 4. Williams kicks to Leonard. Zubac the pass to Leonard. Over Caldwell Pope, and good as it just snugs right down through the net.
You know, being that wide open sometimes leads to a miss, but that fadeaway was money.
Timeout called the Lakers. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
This is a timely timeout because this guy is hurting them. They've got to figure it out.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. Davis comes in for Kyle Kuzma. James checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Matthews. The Clippers also making some changes. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. He said, "This is where we make our move. This game's going to come down to big plays. Whichever team makes them is going to come out of here with the win." Kevin, you know what side he's on.
Leonard kicks to Beverley. Just 5 to shoot. Lakers trail by 3. And here we go. Fast break. Junior's got it. LeBron, no good. Clippers have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
We are looking at the MVP of the 2014 finals. Can we remember that in that series, Kawhi Leonard shot 60% and he guarded LeBron James?
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
He's able to make it a 2-possession game with some solid work at the line right there.
A 3 from LeBron, and another 3 for the Lakers.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
The Clippers shooting it brilliantly here late, 60% from the field. Leonard against James. Right side Leonard. Rebounded by the Lakers. Schroeder with the ball.
Good ball, Schroeder.
Davis down low. Defended by Batum. The offensive rebound. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
And the Clippers call time
Hey,
here.
said I'm starting now, nigga.
36 seconds left in the fourth.
Come on, man.
Leonard.
Yeah, boy.
And Ibaka gets to George.
Oh, my God.
He loves delivering when the game is on the line at his absolute best.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're trailing by 2. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Believe I'm getting off of getting my haircut. Telling me right now. Telling me right now. Give me this shit.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harrell the pass to Junior. James against Leonard. Schroeder outside. The pass to Junior. To the paint.
You got it, big dog.
What
the hell is he doing? Man, y'all some pussy-ass motherfucker.
This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Berg, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
Upgrade. Yeah, I need a fire on somebody. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. Biggity pop. Biggity bag. Bye.
I'm not nice when I go. I'm Popeye. Tracksuit, but I got never wear top man, but I want top guys doing up Virgil before Virgil. Raps in the shoebox, make money. Behind enemy lines, I'm offside up in the studio, finding a melody. I got the Virgil P, what you telling me? Went to the club and defined me a melody. She keep on telling me she ride with energy. She got a BF, don't care for the I told her just do it, babe. Why are you telling me? She came with sicker than I came with remedies. Pay for the Uber, back to my enemies. This, I don't need sound checks, I got the gift. Went in the room, did a 1 and a 2, and I'm leaving them in a world of wanna be me, but ain't got the wit, ain't got the drive, ain't got the wit. You think you're hard, you think you're it. Pull that, and now you got tricks. 10 of these brothers don't play with the couple of Christian brothers turn anti, a couple of Muslim brothers go ham. I'm punching these lines, so I mess up my hands. Left in the States, still under your state. I wanna go states, but think that I'm banned because I get paid the same as a band. My taxes cost the whole of your brand. You're the man on the ground, I'm the man in the south, and I'm rolling about with 10 grand in my mouth. I'm the coldest about who you know the amount. If you're dissing P money, I'm them out. I'm rolling about with gold in my mouth. I found out my last show sold me a house. I heard it is social, I'm phoning them now. I'm radio knocking, I'm over and out. Disrespect, I'm flexing new crew fits, man, fitness and get huge checks. Useless man, I forever be LA who's next. In a matter of money. Check 2, get suplex, 2 bet, 2's next. To the max, got 3 checks. MOE, new album, new steps. You best relax, I ain't no new bet. Wouldn't even bother, could another night. I'm promising I'll video the brothers with another night. Another than a mile, but I must get put on the stomach and an itty bitty. Whenever ready, you can tell them that I'm ready. I'll be standing with it. Like I'm ready. Anybody named Shelly, I am not for the telly. You can tell that I'm heavy, got tried like a Chevy. Hold my, control my breathing. I just, this evening, hold my, control my breathing. I just, this evening, hold my, control my breathing. I just, this evening, hold my, control my breathing. I just, this
Taco Tuesdays.
Time's up, keep it moving when she arrives. If you ever heard what I heard in my mind, never try, you would cry, that's a lie. You would. I don't wanna ever come down from I'm in the best seats. From time and the next breed, if you're coming at me directly, don't need no one to defend me. Souls in a place even I can't get to, don't mess with it. Moon waves and overseas, quick coasting overseas. But knows who don't believe, they will never wanna admit I'm the best fit. It's the mere fact that I've got ovaries. It's a woman's world, so to speak. Never giving credit where it's due, cause he don't like power, venom. My, if you ever heard what I heard in the night, what I find must have been a parasite in my past life. I don't wanna ever come down from my soul. This is you and I, but I'm feeling too alive, trying to get me out spite. Someone's gotta pay, I ain't talking big amounts. Some kind of probably not, they ain't rolling with no. Movie scatty, all erratic and that, they be fragile. Oh, you man, then come at me. Make a move, better pattern it quick. I assume you'll be coming for. That makes 2 of us, venom. Night time today, like save lives, evade minds, and don't be. Oh, he wouldn't have guessed him so chill. Part of the day in the life you won't see. Part of the day in the life you can't be here for. It's the day in the life of OGs dealing with. Won't leave, not a word you will listen when my soul speaks. Down I go, so follow me. Actually, don't follow me, nobody bother me. I'm a best honesty, but I know your policies. They wanna demolish me, use me and abolish me. I don't wanna hear no apologies. Or am I in my own head, can't tell anymore. Psychotic to the wanna dig deep, I can never find nothing left. It's a mystery, rage, nothing but rage. Can't figure out, I'm going insane. Ain't no doubt, we'll be showing no mercy. So think twice if you wanna. Nothing ain't nice right here, no games. I don't wanna dart nobody in a flash. True. Hands in the air, put the money in the bag, all cash, venom.
I'm looking at the 10, I'm thinking that's the VC and this shit. Might as well do this, nigga. Fuck are you? Ain't even no exchange too. Yeah. Bullet. Ooh. Hey, good as you. Hey. Hey.
I jump right through you, nothing you do. I got the new me, they making new, checking the proof. The topic is crucial.